It is that time of year, Blue Jay fans, and you guys know what time it is. I mean, obviously, you've read the title. It is the Blue Jays spring training preview video, and look, I've been talking about this for a little while now, and baseball season is right around the corner. The first spring training game for the Blue Jays is on Saturday, and I'm excited. And, you know, I'm not excited because of the expectations for this year, because there are none. There really aren't any expectations going into the 2019 Jays season. There really isn't. But what there is, there's a lot of optimism. Now, this team has gone from being one of the oldest teams in the league over the last few years to one of the youngest and kind of going through a youth movement, if you want to call it that. There is going to be a lot of young talent on this team throughout the year. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be bad stretches. It's going to be rough. But there's also going to be flashes of absolute greatness, and we're going to be umming and ahhing all season long. Now, will it be a grind, and will it be a pain at times? Oh, yeah. But it's all for a good cause. Now, this video is not going to be breaking down the season. This is not going to be breaking down my expectations for the 2019 year, like I said, because there are none, and we're not even through spring training yet, so there really aren't any expectations at all. And that'll be coming in the season preview. Obviously, once the spring training is over, I'll be able to talk about that kind of stuff with you guys. But in this video, I'm not going to be talking about guys like Justin Smoke, Kendrys Morales, guys like that. I'm not going to be mentioning any of those names except for just now, because really, look, it doesn't matter at this point. Look, they could, if K Money throws out 5 home runs and a 500 batting average throughout the spring, that's nice. But it doesn't mean squat, and you know what he's going to give you in a regular season game. So you don't really look at that as like a, you know, a measuring stick, right? Oh, Morales is going to have a great year because he had that good of a spring. We've seen it before. Guys have amazing springs and then tail off and fall apart. You look at Jaime Garcia. He was incredible last year in the spring training. He didn't even last 3 months with the team. So, I mean, really, you look at the younger guys, and that's what we're looking for, right? Obviously, last year, all Jays fans could talk about was the young prospects and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette and Biggio and all those great players. So that's what we're here to talk about. The youngsters. Who are we going to see in spring training that we're all jacked up to see? Now, you have the three guys that everyone is so excited to see. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., of course, Bo Bichette, and Kevin Biggio. Those are the 3 guys, obviously sons of former MLBers, that are very promising young stars for this Blue Jays team. Now, you know what Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is. He is a freak. Bo Bichette has been a very good player in the Jays organization, obviously skyrocketed through the system with Vladdy. And I expect Bo to be in AAA this year unless he shocks us all and there's some injuries, but I can't see him making the team out of camp. But I want to see Bo Bichette have a... I mean, I'm assuming he's on the spring training roster. Same with Kevin Biggio. I know, we obviously know Vladdy is. But it's exciting because those 3 guys are third base, shortstop, second base. Now, I mean, everyone's like, wow, that's your 3/4 of your infield right there. Yeah, but what happens with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. there, guys? I mean, we all fell in love with him last year. So there's lots of question marks when it comes to that kind of thing. We've heard that he's willing to play outfield and move around a little bit, which is great to hear. But well, let's get away from those 3 guys. And not because I'm not excited, because I'm overly excited about those guys, but we kind of know what they're all about, right? You know what Vladdy is. He's just a monster on all ends. Bo's going to be a great player. Biggio's going to be a great player. And I just can't wait to watch them in spring. But let's move on to the guys that maybe not everybody knows. You know, guys that were acquired in deals last year or within the offseason, or guys that have skyrocketed through the system last year. Guys that a lot of people don't know. Now, the first guy I'm going to talk about, again, it's not a guy that I'm insanely excited about. Jacob Waguespack. It's one heck of a name there, bud. 25-year-old right-handed pitcher, obviously acquired from was the Phillies in the Aaron Loop trade last year at the trade deadline. Now, he had terrible numbers coming over. An ERA, what was it, when he came over to the Blue Jays last year? He had a 5.06 ERA, and with Buffalo in 6 starts, he had a 5.03. Again, nothing special. over a 5 ERA for his career in AAA. He's 25 years old already. Again, I don't know what to expect at all. So he's a guy we just acquired. It's his first spring training as a Blue Jay, and he's one of our younger arms-ish. So, okay, let's have a look at him in the spring. Now, that's the least of our excitement, I guess. Another guy I'm jacked up to see is Trent Thornton. He was acquired from the Houston Astros this offseason in exchange for Ledmus Diaz. Now, that trade at the time looked rough for the Jays because obviously Diaz had a great year with the team, and Trent Thornton, already 25 years old, in AAA for the Houston Astros organization. I think it was in Fresno for Houston. He's going to... I'm assuming he's going to start in Buffalo, unless he will start in the bullpen for the Jays, which there are spots available, so that could be really interesting to see. What his season last year in Fresno, 9-8 record with a 4.42 ERA in 22 starts. He pitched in 24 games. I don't know what to expect. I heard he's got a great arm, and I can't wait to watch him in spring. I mean, look, this is our time to see these younger players, and it's exciting, right? It's really, really exciting to see. Now let's get to the more meat and potatoes, if you want to call that, of the prospect pool. Hector Perez, I think he's a right-handed pitcher, obviously acquired in the Roberto Osuna trade last year, obviously with Ken Giles and David Paulino as well. Hector Perez obviously is a great-looking young pitcher, 22 years old, put up great numbers last year in AA. Before he came over to the Blue Jays, he had a 3.24 earned run average in AA for the I think it's Texas. I don't know what their AA team is. Corpus Christi, something like that. They're in AA for Houston, and then he came over to New Hampshire and an 0-1 record with a 3.86 earned run average, which isn't bad. But he just got traded for the first time in his career, I think it is. So, you know, he's going to have some adjustment times. Plus, it was mid-season, so I'm excited to see what this guy has in store for us. Excuse me, guys. In the spring, and I'm 6'3" right-handed pitcher, 22 years old. I'm excited. Come on. Young guy in the system. Very jacked up. Another guy that a lot of people probably aren't really talking about a whole lot, but I'm intrigued. Patrick Murphy, right-handed pitcher, played in Dunedin last year, which is high A ball, 23 years of age, 6'4", 220. He was a third-round pick of the Jays back in 2013. Again, it took him a little while to get going, but last year in Dunedin, all right, this is the high A ball, right below New Hampshire. He was 10-5 with a 2.64 ERA in 146 innings. Now, if I know my baseball stats, that's pretty damn good. Hit a good record, not a half-decent team, but his ERA with 2.64 tells me he's going to be in AA New Hampshire this year. Now, that's exciting. Another young pitcher, probably going to be seeing him in spring training. And have you guys noticed, everybody I mentioned here is a pitcher. And we're going to continue that trend. Julian Merriweather. Now, I don't know what to expect at all from this guy. At all. Just coming off Tommy John surgery. He was acquired in the Josh Donaldson trade from the Cleveland Indians. Or I guess he was brought to the Blue Jays from the Indians in exchange for Josh Donaldson. 1-for-1 swap. He's already 27 years old, but with the Tommy John surgery, it's obviously put him back a little bit. I don't know what to expect. But I'm excited because of the hype he did have before the injury. Now, Tommy John surgery is not an easy injury to come back from. But let's see what he can do. That's what spring's all about. Elvis Luciano. Luciano? You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I think Luciano was the right way, but 19 years old. Rule 5 pick from the Blue Jays this year. 6'2", 184. Again, we don't really know diddly squat about this guy. But what we do know is that he's 19, and if Rule 5 rules are... didn't mean to do that. If Rule 5 rules are what I believe they are, he has to be on the Jays roster this year, or else he goes back to the Kansas City Royals, where he was before the draft. If that's the case, we got a 19-year-old arm in the bullpen. What's this kid got? I don't know. It's going to be exciting to see him in spring training, though. And a guy that I was harping on all last year. If you guys watch these Blue Jay videos religiously, first off, thank you very much for that, because that is a ton. That's a ton of videos and a ton of hard games to watch. Yennsy Diaz. This guy, I preached about him a few times in videos, and if you listen to the podcast, I did on there as well. This guy is intriguing to me a ton. He is 22 years old. He's a right-handed pitcher. He just pitched in Dunedin last year. Now, his numbers aren't jaw-dropping. All right? He had an ERA of 3.52 in Dunedin last year, which is high, like I said before, in high A ball, just lower than double A. He had, 5-4 record. And the reason why I'm so excited, he's 22. He just turned 22 in November, so he'll be 22 all year long. And I kept a close eye on this guy all last year because I'm like, this guy's got, I don't know why I've been like drawn to this player. He had a 5-something ERA for most of the season. And then he just clicked. And as I told you, the ERA dropped to 3.52, and he was the opening night starter for their playoff run. Now, I don't know how far Dunedin went. Did they win it? I don't think they did, but nonetheless, he was their opening night starter on for the playoffs. He was damn good for them last year. He'll probably get the call to New Hampshire this year if they have a spot available, which I'm assuming they will. But I'm excited to watch this kid. And if he's going to be in spring training, you guys know where my eyes are going to be, right glued to the TV, if it's actually going to be televised. And I'll be able to watch this guy play, and I'm really excited. Now, those are some of the position or the pitchers. Obviously, there's some other guys. TJ Zook. You guys have at it there. Sean Reid-Foley, Ryan Baraki, guys like that I'm so. Billy McKinney, Teoscar Hernandez. If he can't strike out a ton, if he can learn to not strike out, my God, that guy's going to be some type of and have a brain in the outfield. He'll be an all-star. But he didn't have that last year. So, let's see what we got. Will Ken Giles have a great season like he did at the second half of last year? Will Thomas Pannone even be on the team to start the season? David Paulino, we saw him very little sample size last year. How will he be? David Phelps just picked up in the offseason. Clayton Richard, Matt Shoemaker, guys like that. Look, Danny Jansen, Reese McGuire. How are they going to be this season, right? Brandon Drury. Look, he came over to the Jays with a terrible injury. So we really didn't see a healthy Brandon Drury, neither did the Yankees. So if you go back to his Arizona numbers, they were damn good. Is that the Brandon Drury we're going to get this year? I don't know. Obviously, Freddie Galvis is a good-looking player. I'm actually kind of excited to watch this guy play. 29-year-old player. Obviously, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. we all know about. Rowdy Tellez, is he going to make the team out of camp? I don't think so, but hey, you never know. Richard Urania put up a great season for the Jays last year. Anthony Alford, Jonathan Davis, guys like that. Dalton Pompey. I think this is the make it or break it time for that guy. He has been up and down, injured and not. I mean, he's come up in September for call-up, and he's come in September and October for playoff runs for speed, but he hasn't made that much of an impact, and I want to see that. And obviously, my boy Dwight Smith Jr., you guys all know my love for Dwight Smith. Guys, this year has a ton of question marks. Do not go into this year and picture the roster with a lot of young guys and expect success. Because it doesn't come that easy. Now, will this team be good? I don't know. I honestly have no idea. The talent could be there. Will Marcus Stroman and Aaron Sanchez be half decent this year? That's a question mark. Will they stay healthy? Both guys pitched 100 innings last year. So, there's a million question marks, guys, and it all starts on Saturday afternoon. Is it afternoon against Detroit? Yeah, 107 first pitch there on Saturday afternoon against the Detroit Tigers. It is going to be quite a time, everyone. I mean, look, baseball is back. It's right mid-swing of Leafs and Raptors, and then I look at the MLB page. I'm like, oh, why not? Spring training's in a few days. Hold up, what? Like, it just doesn't feel like it. But it's back, people. And I'm excited for this year. Because you know how excited we were in September last year? Expect that all this season. It's going to be a fun year. I'm excited for it. Now, is it going to be a grind of a year? Yeah. Yeah. But it might not be as bad as last year was, because the first 4 months of that season was just a complete snooze fest. Except for the first one, where the Jays were really, really good. But, guys, do not go into this year with high hopes and high expectations, because you're going to be crushed otherwise. Have low expectations like I think most of us do. And if they do well, we're all pleasantly surprised and we're all jacked up. That's what we got to live in, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. Actually, before I even say that, if you guys are still here, holy smokes, thank you very much. I'm going to do the same format as I did last year when it comes to uploading spring training videos. I'm going to do it kind of on a weekly basis. Because spring training games, you can't really do each game. Because some of them aren't even televised. Some are almost impossible to find highlights for. How can you make a video on that? You can really look at stats, I guess, but where's the fun in that? So I'm gonna kind of do like a weekly one and break down that week's games and do that up to the season beginning, and then obviously season preview, and then bang, right into the season. So there you guys go. I just thought to give you guys a little heads up of kind of the scheduling of how things are gonna go. Like as I said, like Saturday is the first game of spring training. I might do it every Friday. I might do a video. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out as we go along here. But you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed the video, and you guys are jacked up for Blue Jays baseball to be back. Hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already, and you guys are jacked up for the season. Hit the subscribe button because it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a fun one. I can't wait to go on this ride with you guys. It's going to be a blast. Comment down below, guys, your thoughts towards this season. Who are you excited to see? Who are you, you know, are there any surprises that you got up your sleeve that you think this guy's going to be good that I didn't talk about at all? I probably missed some guys in there, but if you guys have any names that you said, hey, this guy's impressing me, I can't wait to watch this guy play, go right ahead. I can't, this video is about discussion. This is about you guys talking to me, talking to each other about what your guys' thoughts are towards the 2019 spring training for the Blue Jays and what you're excited to see. All right? So comment down below all that great stuff, guys. And Evan and I will talk to you guys podcast edition tomorrow afternoon. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys. What are we doing here? Raptors edition Friday, as they welcome back DeMar DeRozan to Scotiabank Arena. I mean, I guess welcome back to Air Canada Centre, but you guys know what I mean. It is going to be an emotional time there at Scotiabank Arena on Friday night. It is going to be a blast. It's going to be a fun one to watch. And hopefully the Raptors come away with the win and get their 7th straight victory dating back before the All-Star break. But they got to come out flying right away. We're going to have to wait and see how that plays out there on Friday. And as for the Leafs, they look to get back into the win column tomorrow night as they welcome in the Washington Capitals. Leafs coming home from their 6-game road trip. It was a lengthy one, and it was a grind. But they were 3-2-1 on that trip, which isn't that bad considering. And you welcome in the Washington Capitals, the former Stanley Cup champion Washington Capitals, to Scotiabank Arena. They're tomorrow night. And as for the Blue Jays, guys, we'll talk to you guys again sometime, spring training edition. It is going to be a fun one. We'll see how guys are doing. We'll see how anybody's impressing us. All that great stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys then.